Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me root for the home team.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another inning of Fantasy Basebrawl. I'm Nas. Tentatively calling every Friday Furry Friday. Woo woo. Probably because I'll be exhibiting a commander that's animal-based. So this week I'm going to do Roxanne Starfall Savant. She is a legendary cat druid. And whenever she enters or attacks, you get to create a tap colorless artifact token named Meteorite that does what the Meteorite artifact does. So when it comes into play, it deals 2 damage to any target, and you can tap it to add 1 mana on any color. And whenever Roxanne is on the board and you tap any artifact token for mana, you'll get double. So to that end, there's a lot in this deck that revolves around token-based artifact mana generation, which ends up mostly being treasure. So it does work on treasures. It'll also work on Power Stone tokens as well. So we've put a lot in this deck to generate some treasures. Like so. Good old Captain Lannery Storm. We also have things to hopefully, if we create tokens, we'll create more of them. We have the Panharmonicon, so when she hits the battlefield, she'll generate 2 tokens, and each of those will do 2 damage. You get Roxanne with the Panharmonicon out. It's pretty good. Ditto with the Roaming Throne. Definitely helps. We have the Replicating Ring, because if the battle goes on long enough and you create these kinds of tokens, these will benefit from Roxanne's passive ability. Ditto with the Skyclave Relics. We have some kind of the best we could, some finishers. We got Portal to Phyrexia. We have some X damage spells in here. If you could generate enough mana with Roxanne on the field, you can do a lot of damage. You got Crackle with Power. You got Electro Dominance, Banefire. Get around pesky counter spells, along with Devil's Play. Use it once early game. Use it for even bigger damage late game. As a matter of fact, now that I'm looking at this, I'm gonna see. I might swap out one thing real quick. So let me get back to you guys in a second. Okay, so come back. I took out the Gold Hound, replaced it with Pest Infestation to get around pesky artifacts and heavy artifact and enchantment heavy decks might come across. Even if the opponent only has maybe 2-3 artifacts and or enchantments, you could still cast it for the X value will still get you X amount of pests regardless of how many artifacts you destroy or enchantments. So without further ado, let's play Brawl. So Roxanne is a fairly overpowering commander. All you have to do is get... I mentioned in my, I think in my last video, that all you really have to do is get her on the board once. And that just starts to cascade. Because every time she hits the board, she generates another mana rock for you. Oh, that's not good. What have I said about the greeters? You'll always see them by turn 3. Need some enchantment destruction. Huh. Oh, because you can cast it with flash, that's why. Because of this. Let's not use that yet. On the offhand chance he flashes a big creature, I don't want to lose my Gala Greeters. Not too bad. Prismatic Bridge really has a cascading effect as well. That's the end of this game. Too many big bodies too quickly. Can't really get around them. A lot of enchantment hate in this deck, and I somehow didn't get any of it. So full disclosure, I cut the last match out because it's just one of those examples where I just could not get a good opening hand to save my life. You know, after being cut down to 5 cards. Even at 4 cards, still wouldn't have had anything. Does red really need a counterspell? Well, at least I got that. Okay. Yeah, I've only ever seen this commander once before. This commander seems pretty heavily dependent on what you're able to fish up. I mean, the last time I played against it, it kicked my butt, but this time, not so much. Okay, just gotta try to be faster than the opponent. Might have gotten land flooded. That shuts down my deck, forget it. I'm recording this at past midnight. I'm not in the mood. Yeah, this I can work with. What has he got that can hold priority, instant speed, white? The only thing I can think of is Swords to Plowshares, but you need a creature on the deck. Great card for all that mana. Sorry, I held up priority with this. Like, I don't even know why they ask. Oh, you want to cast it for 0? Like, no. Not a bad choice. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Are going to have enough of advantage with one card that's got card draw. Okay. Itali's coming out next. Okay. Okay. Only problem, he's still gonna get the card draw. Okay. Menace Trample now. Say goodbye to this annoyance. I've got a feeling he's got a board wipe because he's not bringing the commander back out. Nope. Okay. Okay. Get out the Mind Stone. Oh, yeah, that's right. Just in case he's got a board wipe, I need something in backup. Jesus Christ. The Miracle Top Deck. Enchantment heavy deck and you top deck the Crater Hoof. Yeah, sure thing. Well, I don't like that I can't cast any of my mana dorks right off the bat, but this isn't a bad hand. I guess I can risk it. This has got a bigger body, just in case he's got like a bolt in his hand or something. Again, by turn, was it turn 3? But the Shuffler's fine though, boys. The Shuffler is just f***ing fine. And I do realize the irony, I'm getting the benefit from it, but just doesn't change the fact that there's just something really off about the randomness of this game. Alright, let's get this thing out. I don't like that I haven't gotten any land, though. That doesn't really settle too well. Okay. kind of want him to think that we have something in hand, but might make him hesitate to cast something. Dragon whelp pet. Okay. Now we really got to get in there quick. Let's go with this one first. Okay, frostification. Now for the ancient copper dragon. So wing batter. On the offhand chance he has a board wipe, let's go ahead and just bring this out now. He doesn't have enough for something like Farewell, yeah. But if he had had, like, Wrath of God, something like that, could have brought it back, anything back, the Halfling could have come back with the portal, Menace Haste, game's over. Okay, so full disclosure, I left the last match out because the opponent conceded without really doing anything. I don't like that either. I guess this is okay. Because remember what I said? Don't rely. Oh, we'll have to get rid of one. Okay, no, let's work with this. Yeah, that last match, my opponent cast one creature spell, swung in, did damage, and then just quit. So I don't know why. Okay. I don't see this as a commander very often. I'm assuming it's some kind of dino deck, but... Okay. Okay. I want to get this out of the way before it starts creating dinosaur tokens. Okay. Yep. That'll probably do it. Yeah. I haven't seen this one in a while. This is a really cool commander. I really like that, you know. This should work really well with that one vampire that becomes indestructible. You pay for, I think it's you pay 4 life, but Adanto Vanguard, all the way back from the Ixalan block. No, I need other options. He is running blue, so this probably doesn't even hit the board. I don't imagine he has anything that hard casts for 3 black. So he'll probably go into an island, but we'll see. Doesn't matter over here. You know, on the offhand chance he has an artifact, let's keep this up. Yeah, we can't let this become a threat. I have not seen this card be used in play yet, so I'm interested to see what they can do. If he doesn't have an answer for this, I'm going to bring out the Copper Dragon next. Okay. just gonna have to... Oh, that's nice art. Okay. The real question is if he has something to get rid of my Copper Dragon, because I don't mind trading at this point. Swing with everything. Either opponent was impatient or they didn't really have anything in hand. You know, I'm sorry if you're upset that I'm taking my time, but you are playing Esper, so I can't just assume that everything's going to go all according to plan on my end. So we're about at midway point. Let's go ahead and I'll open up a pack since I have one available. You know, personally, I would have made Edgar an Is-It creature. But, and also, I think there's only like, I don't know how many cards there are in Arena right now. You can actually flip a coin, but I don't think any of them are in blue. I'll have to check that later. Okay, so full disclosure, I had to take a break and get some sleep. So technically this is about 7 hours later. Had my morning coffee. Let's see how we do. Get rid of that. Like I said, this is great in the early game and then later as a finisher. Oops. I see this deck a lot in enchantment decks. Pretty ridiculous. He can play lands from his graveyard anyway, so there's no point in keeping that. This has to go. Might as well pump this up as big as we can. Might deter him from attacking. But he's probably got spot removal or a board sweep. I don't really feel like trading on the attack. He's probably going to let it go through anyway because he's got 12 life gain. Yeah, I was hoping for like a big X damage spell. Can't take 12. Might as well trade. Although he's probably got indestructible in his hand or something. At least the token can't be resurrected. Okay. At least you won't have life gain for now. Oh, I was about to say, how does he have a 5-color deck? But I forgot. Flip side. Of course. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I can do that much. Wish I really had Roxanne out. Let's see. So we can hit for 4. Yeah. And still have enough left over to pay the tax. Oh, shit. Alright, we got some nice chump blockers for now. Okay. God, guy's got a lot of mana. This probably bought us a couple more turns. But I still think the opponent's in too good of a position. I think we're losing this one. I love that it took him that long to figure that out. Oh, now we got double defense of the heart. Oh, no. That wouldn't make any sense. draw into something useful. Yeah, game's over. He's gonna fish up something really good with that. Well, probably won't get us much. Yeah. I could swing. No. I wanna... What he drops is going to determine if I even want to bother this match. No. Just got overwhelmed. Couldn't do anything. I've had worse losses. No, not good. Still not good. All right. Kind of forcing my hand here. I used to hate this card when it was in Standard. I used to insta-scoop. Because you always used to see it in the opening hand. Always. Every single time. It got really frustrating. Okay. Well, having a menace is so important. I'm not in the mood today. Top decking the perfect bullshit solutions. I swear to God, I see Liliana like that every single time I've only got 2 creatures out on the board. Every single time. And pretty much when it's, you know, when I use her too. But I'm just not in the mood today. So full disclosure, I cut out the last match. You know, couldn't get a decent opening hand to save my life. All right, this isn't too bad. Probably should be able to ramp faster than the opponent, but we'll see.
at nearly the entire library.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna try something. Well... see if he wants to trade. Nope. Pretty much have to go for the Hail Mary here. I don't think I'm going to win this. Got too much good stuff, too quick. I mean, this... Got indestructible right here. Something to get a reprieve here. God, all I can try to do is just wait him out for hopefully get a decent solution, but I've probably got about one more turn left. We'll let it go through. Well, apparently the game doesn't want me to win anymore. Just straight giving me opponents that just get like the best top deck possible. Like, I wouldn't mind having a little bit of luck today. That'd be nice. Not fast enough. This is better because I'm sure he's got artifacts. Alright, let's do it. I personally hate this as a commander. It's a one-trick pony. Does exactly one thing, just a race to get Ugin out and just start exiling stuff. Like, you know. Because once it hits the board, there's pretty much nothing you can do. In fact, if my opponent can't get this out super quick, there's a good chance he's going to scoop. Is it Null Elemental Blast? Oh. I think this would be better for now. Lock down his lands next turn. This is going to destroy Traxos and anything he brings out right now. Alright, he's going to swing once, and he's never going to use it again. Rage quit in 3, 2... There we go.
Kill you! You are dead!
This commander, again, single track, all or nothing. If you can't get it out, then that's it. Because usually, now I give him credit for trying this out, and not a bad combo actually. Because you're gonna get a lot of damage, you're gonna get a lot of counters on the Ether Spark, and then you can next turn draw into more cards. Theoretically, another cheap artifact to untap him and keep swinging. So he gets bonus points for that, but overall, no. I usually insta-scoop against that commander, by the way. Because, again, just hit or miss, all or nothing. This is going to have to be the last one, unfortunately. I've been seeing Golos a lot lately. I don't know if someone else put out a video. Normally I would use this, but he can cast Golos with the Power Stone, so no. Let's take something else. All right, this is much better. This could come in handy now, but I don't know. I've got enough lands. I can take care of Golos with this. I'm assuming when he brings out Golos, he's going to search up the World Tree or whatever it's called. Man, really not getting anything else. All high expensive stuff. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume he's got some kind of counter. Or removal. So make him waste it on the dragon. Alright. Is he running Esper? I just think he's gonna counter when I want to have some mana floating. So if he casts something, you know, if he counters Roxanne and then tries to cast an artifact on his turn, I can go ahead and burn it down with this. There's the counter. Oh, you shit heel. I've already lost. I mean, there's pretty much nothing I can do. This guy's got so much floating mana that I can't possibly win. No, forget it. Fuck you. Fucking shuffler bullshit. Alright, we'll try one more. That was way too fast. Nope, need speed. This might be better. I'd rather have some spot removal, but... Okay. If I had a nickel for every time someone's run a Sephiroth deck where they've got this by turn 2... Well, you know. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna block it. Ooh, yeah, I want that out of there. If I had another land, I'd go for it, but see if he'd willing to double block. I gotta get his sacrifice engine out of here. course. Let's give Bishop some options here. What do I really want? This could come in handy later. Hey, if he wants to trade, probably won't, but... This was a nice card in draft. For me, it was anyway. Lunatic Pandora? Seriously? This card sucks. Yeah, he can't transform it. I don't have enough in my graveyard. I don't think he realized that. Jeez. A big finishing spell would have been great, but I keep drawing into cannot have a creature out for Sephiroth to sack. Well, if anything, at least this final match, you got to see the survivability of the deck, give it enough options. But there you have it. The last half wasn't so great. It's always frustrating when you play test something and it does very well, and then you just keep playing against people that just get better options than you do, or you get land hosed. But anyway, if you think of any suggestions to improve upon the deck, I'm all ears. Or if you have any criticism with my playstyle, you know, constructive criticism is always appreciated. Always trying to become a better player here. If you enjoy this, episode, you can go ahead and check out some of these other channels. They're not endorsing me, by the way. I'm just doing this because, you know, just to, you know, spread attention throughout the community, you know, so everybody benefits. But go ahead and check them out. They're really, you know, they're really good channels, really entertaining. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you could please like and subscribe. I'm actually very close to having enough subscribers to be considered for monetization, and that could get interesting. You know, you got to start out somewhere. I don't think I'm going to be a, you know, big time channel like some of the other ones I mentioned before, but it'd be fun. But anyway, have yourself a good day, and I hope we find you safe at home. Thank you.
If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 cycles out at the old.